माननीय सभासदों, माननीय सभापति जी।
Papers to be laid on the table of the House. Sri Rajnath Singh.
Chairman sir, on behalf of my colleagues, Sri Rajnath, the Honorable Home Minister, I rise to lay on the table of the House the papers as mentioned against my name, his name at serial number 1 in today's list of this.
Change of name you should inform in advance. Now Sir Jewel Oram.
महोदय, आज मेरे नाम के आगे क्रम संख्या 2 पे उल्लेखित कागजात सभा पटल पे रखता हूं।
Sri Bandaru Dattatreya.
Sir, with your permission, I rise to lay on the table of the House the papers listed against my name at serial number 3 in the today's list of business of Rajya Sabha.
Sri Dharmendra Pradhan.
Sir, with your permission, I rise to lay on the table of the House the papers mentioned against my name at serial number 4 in today's revised list of business.
Sri Sarbananda Sonowal.
Sir, I beg to lay the papers mentioned against my name at serial number 5 in today's list of business.
Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. Dr. Mahesh Sharma.
With your permission, I rise to lay the papers on the table of the House mentioned against my name at serial number 7 of today's revised list of business.
Sri Haribai Pratibha Bhai Chaudhary.
अध्यक्ष महोदय, आपकी अनुमति से मैं आज की कार्यसूची में क्रम संख्या 8 पर मेरे नाम पे सामने उल्लेखित कागजात सदन के पटल पर रखता हूँ।
Sri Kiran Rijiju.
Permission, I rise to lay the table of the House the papers listed against my name at serial number 9 in today's revised list of business.
Sri Vishnudev Sai.
पति महोदय, मैं आपकी अनुमति से आज की संशोधित कार्यसूची के क्रम संख्या 10 पर मेरे नाम में उल्लिखित कागजात सदन के पटल पर रखता हूं।
Report of the Department Related Parliamentary Standing Committee on Health and Family Welfare, Sadish Chandra Misra. Okay, now Sri Jairam Ramesh.
Permission, I beg to lay on the table of the House reports listed against my name in today's revised list of business.
Report of the Department Related Parliamentary Standing Committee on Agriculture, Sri Vinay Katia.
प्राप्त की अनुमति से मैं आज की कार्यावली में मेरे नाम के आगे सूचीबद्ध कृषि विभाग से संबंधित स्थायी संसदीय समिति के प्रतिवेदन की प्रति राज्यसभा पटल पर रखता हूं।
Report of the Department Related Parliamentary Standing Committee on Information Technology, Sri Meghraj Jain.
महोदय, मैं आज की कार्यसूची मेरे नाम सूचीबद्ध सूचना प्रौद्योगिकी संबंधी स्थायी समिति से की गई कार्रवाई प्रतिवेदनों में अंतर्विष्ट सिफारिशों पर सरकार द्वारा की गई कार्रवाई को दर्शाने वाले 4 विवरण हिंदी और अंग्रेजी में सभा पटल पर रखता हूं।
Report of the Committee on Empowerment of Women, Srimati Kashkashan Parveen.
उपसभापति महोदय, मैं आपकी अनुमति से उपसभापति महोदय, मैं आपकी अनुमति से मेरे नाम के आगे रेलवे में महिलाओं के कार्यदशा और महिला यात्रियों के सुविधा विषय पर महिलाओं की शक्तियां प्रदान करने संबंधी समिति 2014-15 के तीसरे प्रतिवेदन की एक प्रति अंग्रेजी तथा हिंदी में सभा पटल पर रखती हूं।
Report of the Public Accounts Committee, Sri Shandaram Nayak.
Sir, with your permission, I lay on the table a copy each in English and Hindi of the following reports of Public Accounts Committee 2014-15. 7th report on subject ultra mega power projects under special purpose vehicle based on CNAG report number 6 of 2012-13 relating to Ministry of Power. 18th report on subject Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission based on CNNG report number 15 of 2015-13 relating to the Ministry of Urban Development and Ministry of Housing and Urban Poverty Alleviation. Third, 19th report on subject excesses over voted grants on charge appropriation 2012-13 and 20th report on subject non-compliance by Ministries Department in timely submission of action taken notes on non-selected audit paragraph civil and other ministries relating to the Ministry of Finance, Department of Expenditure.
Report of the Public Accounts Committee, Sri Shandaram Nayak.
So with your permission, I lay on table a copy in English and Hindi of the Corrigium to the 8th report of Public Accounts Committee 2014-15 on the subject water pollution in India.
Okay. Now statement of the Committee on Welfare of Other Backward Classes, Sri V. Hanuman Rao.
Sir, Deputy Chairman, sir, to lay on the table of copy each English and Hindi of the following statement of Committee of Welfare and Other Backward Class 2014 and 15. Statement showing further action taken by the government on the recommendation of observation contained in the second report 15th Lok Sabha on the action taken the government on the recommendation observation contained in their first report 15th Lok Sabha on measures for strengthening and giving the constitutional status for National Commission for Backward Classes pertaining to the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and the statement showing the further action taken by the government on the recommendation observation contained in the 15th report Lok Sabha and the action taken by the government on recommendation observation contained in their third report 15th Lok Sabha, and review the welfare measures on the other backward classes and grant constitutional status as a National Commission for Backward Class pertaining to the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, sir.
Statement by Ministers, Dr. Mahesh Sharma. You can
With
lay,
your permission, I rise to
you
make
can
the
lay on the table. That's all.
So it's laid on the table.
Yeah. Now Sri Vishnu Dev Sai. Vishnu Dev
सभापति
Sai.
महोदय, मैं आज की संशोधित कार्यावली में मेरे नाम पर उल्लिखित वक्तव्य सदन के पटल पर रखता हूं।
Now Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman to lay on the papers.
Thank you,
on the
sir.
table.
Thank you for calling me again. I wish to lay on the table of the House papers listed against my name at serial number 6 in the revised list of business for today.
Now zero our submission. Now Sri Anand Sharma. Yes, Anand Sharma.
Sir, I have given a notice to draw the attention of this august House about a matter which should be of collective concern for all the members. So under the rules, Rule 268 to 274, it provides for the department-related standing committees to be constituted. It was a well-considered decision of the Indian Parliament to set up these standing committees, for which 10 members are nominated by this august House, by the Chairman, and 21 by the Speaker of the other House. In Schedule 1, the committees which are allocated to this House, the Chairmen are also appointed by the Honorable Chairman. Sir, in 270, the Rule 270 is very clearly mentioned that each of the standing committee shall have the following functions: to consider the demand for grants of the related ministries. Number B, to examine bills pertaining to the related ministries and departments referred to the committee by the Chairman or the Speaker. Now, sir, the matter of concern is that the standing committees are virtually being made workless, irrelevant. The legislative scrutiny is being bypassed. 51 new bills have been brought in, 43 of them, which includes many ordinances, 43 have not been sent to any committee, to the standing committee. So my question here is, sir, is a question of the privilege of this House also, where standing committees are elected committees. If the bills are not going to go for the scrutiny of the standing committee, what the government proposed to do with the standing committees? Do we have standing committees? That decision has to be made by this House. If the standing committees have to continue, then the legislative scrutiny cannot be bypassed. I personally feel, sir, that after all, we are all responsible members, and those who are there in the standing committee, as the leader of the House also knows, he has been in many standing committees, they do useful work. I can understand exceptional cases, though every case cannot be exceptional, that you will not send any bill to the standing committees and this House is helpless.
because you introduce in the other house where there is a majority, brute majority, and no bill gets referred, and this house has no choice but then to ask for select committee. Select committee is not standing committee. So the government must make it clear, sir, and we seek the protection that the standing committees in which members of this house are represented, either all the standing committees for that matter, have to meet, have to function, and the government must come clear on that.
Okay.
What is your intent? Why are you avoiding
This is
parliamentary
your-
scrutiny?
You can only associate. You can only associate.
इसी पे बल देने के लिए
Yes, all those who associates, their name will be recorded. You can only associate. Okay. All right. All right. No, बैठिए. No. Sit down. You are not. You can only associate.
ऑर्डर उठाया है, जो बात कही है इस पे हम सभी को गंभीर होना चाहिए। श्रीमान, स्टैंडिंग कमेटी का अपने आप में महत्व है। मुझे याद है, मैं देख रहा हूँ पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री जी मनमोहन सिंह जी भी फाइनेंस कमेटी के अब स्टैंडिंग कमेटी के मेंबर हैं, आडवाणी जी कमेटी के मेंबर हैं। तो इसका महत्व अगर इतने सीनियर लोग समझ रहे हैं, मैं देख रहा हूँ लगातार लोकसभा से जितने बिल पास होके आ रहे हैं वहाँ स्टैंडिंग कमेटी को भेज ही नहीं रहे। ऐसा लग रहा है कि जैसे एक तरफा, मैं आरोप नहीं लगाना चाहता लोकसभा पे, वो भी एक हाउस है, लेकिन उसके बाद हम लोग को फिर सेलेक्ट कमेटी मिला। सेलेक्ट कमेटी और स्टैंडिंग कमेटी दोनों में अंतर है। सेलेक्ट कमेटी जो है वो एक हाउस की है, स्टैंडिंग कमेटी जॉइंट हाउस की है। या तो हम जॉइंट हाउस का रेजुलेशन करें यहाँ पे, या खाली सेलेक्ट कमेटी की करें। तो मैं चाहूंगा सरकार से सरकार इस चीज को देखे, जो परंपरा बनी रही है उस परंपरा को नियमावली की।
श्रीमती गुंडू सुधारानी, no discussion on. No,
No, sir, let me finish because this is.
No.
Or they'll respond as.
No, listen.
No, I agree with Mr. Sharma. Let them respond
That's
or sit
okay.
down.
That is up to them. If they want to, they can respond. Okay. Srimati Gundu. No discussion on this. Is zero hour submission. What he did is zero hour submission. I cannot allow discussion on that.
महादेव का कुछ
निवेदन करना चाहते हैं। ये जो स्टैंडिंग कमेटी का मैकेनिज्म है, वो स्पीकर थे शिवराज जी, कांग्रेस पार्टी के थे। ये सदन की जो
हो गया
नहीं अध्यक्ष श्रीमान सुनिए, तो ये सदन की
जीरो ओवर है।
नहीं, जीरो ओवर भी हो जाएगा। मैं कोई बड़ा लंबा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, 1-2 मिनट में कह दूंगा। ये सदन की जो दिन है, ये संसद के जो दिन पहले में लोकसभा में था, वो आधे समय चलती थी। अब जो सरकारें आ रही हैं, उसके पीछे मुझे कहना नहीं कुछ, वो लगातार संसद की बैठकों के दिन घट रहे हैं। और शिवराज जी जब प्राइम मिनिस्टर थे, नरसिंह राव जी, बहुत मेहनत करके ये स्टैंडिंग कमेटी का मतलब मिनी पार्लियामेंट, तो यहाँ वक्त नहीं मिलता है, तो बड़े तरमीम पे कानून, देश के कानून बनाने के लिए उस स्टैंडिंग कमेटी के व्यवस्था को यहाँ लाया गया था। मैं सरकार से निवेदन करूँगा कि संस्थाएं बड़ी मुश्किल से खड़ी होती हैं, और संस्थाएं बिगाड़ी तो जल्दी जा सकती हैं, बनाने में समय लगता है। तो स्टैंडिंग कमेटी जो है वो सरकार के हक में ज्यादा होती है, देश के हक में ज्यादा होती है। मेरा ये कहना है कि इसके बारे में
See, why Derek, what?
My point is,
Yeah,
my point is on the business today, sir.
but I am already.
No, please, I want to draw your attention to something important, because we don't want this house to be taken for granted. Yesterday's list of business had listed a discussion on the working of the Ministry of Law and Justice, moved as we had decided by a member of the Congress party. Right? Now, the next 2-3 ministries are going to be discussed, like Foreign Affairs,
and Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, which was not listed till last night. Sir, today this has been listed in the morning. Discussion on the working of the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. This was given to the Trinamool Congress to move this discussion, initiate the discussion. Sir, at 10:30 in the night, and no fault to the Secretariat, at 10:30 in the night we are getting a call saying this is going to be listed in the business. You please give your name to initiate the discussion. Sir, a serious discussion like this, A, no one is prepared to speak today, and B, if the House is taken for granted. The name of the person moving the discussion is not there because no name has been given. So, Jor Jabardasti, if this is done, sir, so in the same thing, don't bulldoze. I would request the government to plan this better and not push it in at 10:20 and get the Secretariat and Secretary General to call us. So, please do not take up this discussion today. Please do social justice and let us follow some basic rules and parampara. Thank you, sir.
No, but I support the views. There is another point. See, there is another point. When the subject is given to a party for initiating the discussion, they should give the name in advance also. They should not wait for the Secretariat to call.
No, sir, it is not listed. Please understand, the call came at 10:20 in the night. Okay. It is not even listed.
Okay.
No.
This is what?
Okay, we will. I got the point. That's okay. Agreed. Okay, Srimati Gundu Sudharani. Srimati Gundu. That's what the government to say. You are speaking on behalf of government.
I can make my observation. As a member, I have a right to say something on the issue.
You give a zero notice then.
No, but this is what has been come up. Lot of people have mentioned something on that. Sir, issue has been raised.
You are from the trustee bench.
Sir,
you are from the trustee bench. So you should give a
but I
reply
can
to
make
this.
my observation. Nobody can stop me, sir.
Okay.
Sir, an issue has been raised.
No, you can only join. That's what I'm saying. You can join with this.
I am not going with them.
Then
That's
later.
why I am saying.
Then later.
Sir, an issue has been raised by
minister
Anand
can reply.
Sharma ji, and he's talked about the standing committee.
Let the minister say.
Nobody, they are ministers, so they will naturally put their views across, but as a member I am putting my views
No, you
across.
cannot do it now. You cannot do it now.
I am not associating.
That is the thing you should say, I agree. Now, Srimati Gundu Sudharani.
Thank you, sir. Request to bring all medicines under National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority regarding this, sir. Medicines play a vital role in the life of human being as they bring a person back from death knell, and the WHO defines medicines as those drugs that satisfy the healthcare needs of the majority of the population. They should therefore be available at all times in adequate amounts and in appropriate dosage forms and at a price the community can afford. The Government of India has from time to time bringing some medicines under the category of National List of Essential Medicines and selling them to the people at affordable prices, and authority for this purpose has been given to NPPA. Now the government has brought 509 medicines under the essential drugs list. Apart from NLEM, government is also selling 504 medicines through Jan Aushadhi stores at a cheaper price for poor and downtrodden. Medicines are medicines. There should not be any distinction between essential medicines and other medicines, and as every medicine is a lifesaver. This view has been substantiated even by the Standing Committee on Chemicals and Fertilizer in its recent report. The committee shocked as to how the government can say that only 509 medicines are essential and rest of them are not. Even people from all sections have been demanding for decades to treat all medicines as essential medicines. Secondly, import of medicines is also adding to the cost of medicines and is one of the reasons for high prices for the drugs. This has to be reduced to a minimum level. Honorable Prime Minister has rightly initiated Make in India campaign, as we are the leaders in generic medicines in the world and supply medicines at even 1/10 of what they cost is advanced countries. All the drug manufacturers have to give more preference manufacture drugs within the country in bulk quantity as a part of Make in India initiative and reduce its imports so that the people get medicines at affordable price. In view of the above, I request the Government of India to include all medicines under the national list of essential medicines apart from 509 it included, and make every medicines at affordable price to poor people of this country. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Sri Pramod Tiwari. Sri Pramod Tiwari.
केंद्र में भाजपा की सरकार आई है तब से आतंकवादी गतिविधियां और नक्सल गतिविधियों में बहुत वृद्धि हुई है। मैं 11 अप्रैल 2015 की घटना का जिक्र करना चाहता हूं, जब सुकमा में कमांडर सहित 7 सीआरपीएफ के जवानों को नक्सलियों ने मार दिया। सबसे शर्मनाक और दुखद बात तो यह है, छत्तीसगढ़ में घटित इस घटना में 38 घंटे तक जवानों के शव जंगल में पड़े रहे, जंगली जानवरों के रहम करम पर और नक्सलियों के रहम करम पे उन शवों को भी नहीं उठा सके। ये स्थिति है छत्तीसगढ़ सरकार की, जिसके जिम्मे सुरक्षा की जिम्मेदारी थी। मनवर फिर 12 अप्रैल को, 11 अप्रैल को ये होता है, 12 अप्रैल को बरबसपुर में 17 वाहनों को तोड़ दिया गया। बीएसएफ के कैंप में घुसकर एक जवान को गोली मारी गई। अभी तक जंगल में हो रहा था, अब इनके आने के बाद बीएसएफ के कैंपों में जाकर नक्सलाइटों की इतनी ज्यादा हिम्मत बढ़ गई है, उनके हौसले बुलंद हैं कि वो उनके कैंप में जाकर गोली मार रहे हैं। यही नहीं, 11 को ये होता है, 12 को और 13 तारीख को छत्तीसगढ़ के दंतेवाड़ा में वही राज्य, वही क्षेत्र, तीसरी घटना लगातार होती है जहां 7 जवानों को मार दिया गया। तो लगातार ये प्रयास किया जा रहा है। ये वही छत्तीसगढ़ है जहां हमारे कांग्रेस का सारे नेतृत्व को छत्तीसगढ़ पुलिस ने एक सुनियोजित साजिश में मरवा दिया था। ये वही राज्य है, ये वही परिस्थितियां हैं जहां पर छत्तीसगढ़ सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है कि वो उनको मुहैया कराएं नक्शे, लोकल इंटेलिजेंस दें और वहां पर उनको गाइड करें। मैं बहुत स्पष्ट कहना चाहता हूं, मैं किसी सरकार का जिक्र इसलिए नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं किसी सरकार का जिक्र इसलिए नहीं कर रहा हूं कि वहां सरकार नाम की चीज ही नहीं है। छत्तीसगढ़ सरकार पूरी तरह नक्सलियों से मिली हुई है और केंद्र सरकार नक्सलवादी गतिविधियों को बढ़ा रही है। कुल मिलाकर स्थिति हो गई है, इन्होंने आतंकवादियों को जेलों से रिहा करना शुरू कर दिया है। आतंकवादियों को जेलों से रिहा करने के बाद हमारी सीमाओं पर जवान मारे जा रहे हैं। यही नहीं, नक्सलवादी गतिविधियों से हमारे जवानों के मनोबल को तोड़ा जा रहा है। सरकार चाहे केंद्र हो चाहे प्रदेश की हो, इसने आतंकवादियों के सामने घुटने टेक दिए हैं। ये सरकार में न दम है, न साहस है, न नैतिकता है कि ये सामना कर सके। और ये जो लोग आज छत्तीसगढ़ सरकार के इस कदम को जायज बता रहे हैं, मैं कहना चाहता हूं इन वीर जवानों के
Time over. Sri Ali Anwar Ansari. No, that's Sri Ali Anwar Ansari. Sri Ali Anwar Ansari.
उप सभापति महोदय, एक 73 इयर्स ओल्ड एक विडो जिनका नाम है नूर सबा, वो पिछले एक हफ्ते से जंतर मंतर पर अनशन पर बैठी हैं। 35 साल से वो एक लड़ाई लड़ रही हैं और लॉ एंड जस्टिस के जंगल में उनकी जो समस्या है वो जंगल में फंसी हुई है। महोदय, उनके हस्बैंड का 1980 में, जिनका नाम मसूद उमर खां था, वो एक शिक्षाविद थे, एक शिक्षक थे। 35 साल हो गया, उनको पारिवारिक पेंशन नहीं मिला, उनको ग्रेच्युटी बीमा किसी तरह की राशि का भुगतान नहीं हुआ। वो यहाँ 1 हफ्ते से बैठी हुई हैं और उनके पति को पद्म श्री पुरस्कार मिल चुका है और दर्जनों दूसरे पुरस्कार मिल चुके हैं। उन्होंने धमकी दी है कि हम इन पुरस्कारों को जलाएंगे, हम आत्मदाह करेंगे। महोदय, ये बड़े अफसोस की बात है, वो जिंदगी से हमारे यहाँ कुछ लोग आए थे तो मैं उनको मिलने गया था और मैंने कहा कि इस तरह का काम मत कीजिए। दुनिया के सभी धर्मों में आत्महत्या से बढ़कर के कोई पाप और गुनाह नहीं है, ये काम आप मत करिए। लेकिन वो रोने लगी महोदय, वो दमा की पेशेंट है और वहां खुले आसमान के नीचे बैठी हैं अकेले अपने बेटे के साथ और वो रो रही हैं, कलप रही हैं कि बेटा हम क्या करें। चीफ जस्टिस से लेकर हाई कोर्ट से लेकर 35 साल तक वो एक फॉल्स एफिडेविट दे करके और एक किरानी अगर घूस नहीं दीजिएगा वो आपका केस बिगाड़ देगा, तो कहां तक जाना पड़ता है। और फॉल्स एफिडेविट दे करके और पेपर में शो कर दिया कि इनको पेंशन मिल गया और उनको पेंशन मिला नहीं। तो ये मामला है महोदय, वो रो रही हैं और उनको कोई देखने वाला नहीं है महोदय। तो हमारा कहना है महोदय कि सरकार इंटरवेन करे इस मामले में और ये जो पूरे एक तरह से एक व्यक्ति का ये सवाल नहीं है, इस तरह से कितनी परेशानी होती है लोगों को महोदय, उसमें सरकार को देख करके निपटा करके कि उनका क्या दोष है देखें।
ऐसा गंभीर मामला उठाया है
मिस्टर नकवी,
नेता सदन से
मिस्टर नकवी,
इनकी बात सुनिए आपने।
One second. Now, see, if the plight narrated here of a widow, I believe it is true. If it is true, it is serious. Take note of it.
This can be given to me. I'll take it up with the concerned.
Okay. Thank you, Minister. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, Sri A.U. Singh Dev.
Thank you, sir. Sir, Biju Patnaik is one leader who defines the fusion of courage, patriotism and vision in a single individual. Biju Patnaik loved his Odisha image immensely and always endeavored to bring back the glory of Kalinga. But his love for the nation was even greater. Without basking for glory, he single-handedly lifted the prestige and honor of the country in international area and displayed enormous courage to fight for the sovereignty of the country. He joined the Royal Indian Air Force and eventually he became the head of Air Transport Command. While in service, he took interest in national politics and used the Air Force transport. The Economist magazine, April 24, 1997 issue writes, while flying over Indian soldiers under British command, he dropped bags of Gandhi's Quit India leaflets to them. While on leave, he ferried independence leaders to select meetings with their supporters. Mr. Patnaik scarcely concealed his double life could not last. In 1943, he was arrested and jailed until 1946. His daring lifestyle continued even after the independence. He started his own airlines and in 1947 carried soldiers on the request of Pandit Nehru into Kashmir when Pakistani tribesmen invaded Kashmir. The action is a unique display of person's patriotism, commitment for sovereignty of the motherland. Pandit Nehru considered the Indonesian War of Independence as parallel to that of India. When Pandit Nehru organized the first Inter-Asia Conference in July 1947, President Sukarno of Indonesia ordered his Prime Minister Sharia to leave the country and attend the conference to draw international public attention against the Dutch. But as Sharia was unable to leave, as the Dutch controlled the Indonesian seas and air routes, Pandit Nehru asked Biju Patnaik to bring Sharia to India. Though it was seemingly an impossible task, Biju Patnaik, assisted by his wife Gyan Devi, flew an old Dakota aircraft to Jakarta, despite attempts by Dutch forces to shoot him down. He entered Indonesian Air Force and landed in airstrip in Jakarta. Sir, he flew out several leaders, including Sultan Shahryar. The present generation see such devil acts only on the silver screens of Bollywood or Hollywood. But Biju Patnaik did this in 1947. He was a real-life hero. The present generation has much to learn from his work. For his daredevil act, Biju Patnaik was conferred the title of Bhumiputra, the biggest title, or the son of the soil, of the Indonesian government. She made immense contribution to Panchayat Raj, women's empowerment, industrialization and education in Odisha. He established Kalinga Foundation to award international scientists through UNESCO promoting science education. Sir, you'll be surprised to know that United Kingdom was awarded, 10 people were awarded, USA 9 people, France 6 people, Russia and people 5 people and so on. Who got awarded? Julian Huxley, Bernard Russell, etc. Sir.
Time over, time over. Sri Sanjeev Kumar. All the names may be added. Yes. Okay, their entire house agree. Yes. All house agree. Yes, yes. All right. All will be noted. All house agree. Now, Sri Sanjeev Kumar.
Sir.
Okay, okay. Sanjeev Kumar. हो गया. There is agreement of the whole house. Everybody agrees. Then what do you have to say? Sit down. Everybody agrees. All are agreeing by the end. Sri Sanjeev Kumar.
महोदय, आपके माध्यम से मैं सरकार व सदन का ध्यान झारखंड के कोयलांचल के झरिया इलाके में कैंसर से लगातार हो रही मौत की ओर आकर्षित करना चाहता हूं। महोदय, अब तक मेरी जानकारी के अनुसार सिर्फ धनबाद जिला के झरिया इलाके में विगत कम ही समय में कैंसर से करीब 7 लोगों की मौत की पुष्टि हो चुकी है, जबकि आशंका जताई जा रही है कि इस भयंकर बीमारी से सैकड़ों लोग अपनी जान गंवा चुके हैं और उससे कई गुना लोग उससे ग्रसित हैं। इस बीमारी के फैलने का सिर्फ एक ही कारण है, प्रदूषण, जो बीसीसीएल के भ्रष्ट अधिकारियों द्वारा कोयला खनन एवं इसकी ढुलाई में अनियमितता। महोदय, इस संबंध में झारखंड के हिंदी दैनिक समाचार हिंदुस्तान के 25/3/2015 के अंक में एक विस्तृत रिपोर्ट छपा है जो दिल दहलाने वाला है। इस संबंध में धनबाद नगर निगम पार्षद अनूप साव ने मुख्यमंत्री झारखंड के अलावा धनबाद लोकसभा सांसद एवं मुझे भी एसओएस संदेश भेजा है तथा आवश्यक मदद की मांग किया है। अतः मैं आपके माध्यम से सर्वप्रथम ये मांग करता हूं कि एक विशेषज्ञों एवं चिकित्सकों की एक टीम झरिया भेजा जाए एवं पीड़ितों को उचित राहत के साथ साथ इस महामारी को रोकने की उचित व्यवस्था किया जाए, क्योंकि बीसीसीएल डायरेक्ट मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कोल गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के आदर आता है और ये सरकार की जिम्मेवारी है। महोदय, मैं पहले भी सदन के संज्ञान में ये बात लाया हूँ कि पूरा कोयलांचल भारी प्रदूषण के चपेट में है। लोग टीबी, अस्थमा, कैंसर से ग्रसित हो रहे हैं। जिनके पास साधन है वे दिल्ली, कलकत्ता, वेलोर आदि जगहों पर जाकर अपना इलाज करवाते हैं, क्योंकि वहां पर कोई इलाज का साधन नहीं है। कोयलांचल धनबाद में एक मेडिकल कॉलेज है जो खुद बीमार है, सैकड़ों की, परंतु गरीब लोग बेमौत मारे जा रहे हैं। कोयला एवं तांबा, लोहा, बॉक्साइट इत्यादि खनिज झारखंड के लिए श्राप बन गया है। कोयला एवं खनिज झारखंड के जल, जंगल एवं जमीन को तबाह कर दिया है। इसके खनन एवं ढुलाई के में अनियमितता के कारण हुए प्रदूषण से कैंसर, टीबी एवं अस्थमा से लोग मर रहे हैं। कोयलांचल के बीसीसीएल एवं भ्रष्ट सीबीआई, पुलिस, इनकम टैक्स के अधिकारियों के आपसी साठगांठ के कारण बीसीसीएल को रोज करोड़ों का चूना लग रहा है। जहां तक भूमाफिया एवं बिल्डर्स लॉबी का सवाल है, इन्हें खुश करने के लिए बीसीसीएल के भ्रष्ट अधिकारी जमींदार जैसा व्यवहार करते हैं। ये सब बातें वर्षों से चली आ रही है एवं सरकार को सब कुछ पता है। महोदय, पिछले सत्र में मैं इस सदन का ध्यान मौजा करमाटांड जिला धनबाद में करीब 98 एकड़ जमीन के बदले करीब 104 लोगों को 1990 के दशक में बीसीसीएल में नौकरी देने का बाद बिना किसी कारण उनका नौकरी डिसकंटिन्यू करने का मामला उठाया था। उनको नौकरी करीब 1 साल पहले से पुनः डिसकंटिन्यू कर दिया गया है। उनका अपराध सिर्फ इतना ही है कि
S. Mudugarapan. Okay, those who associate may be added. Sri S. Mudugarapan. Sri S. Mudugarapan.
Deputy Chairman, sir.
All names will be added. It is not going on record. Not going on. Yes, Mudugarapan, please.
Honorable Deputy Chairman, sir, I would like to raise the serious and important issues of Tamil Nadu farmers, especially the delta farmers of Tamil Nadu, sir. My leader, Dr. Purachi Thalavi Amma, approached the Supreme Court and the Kaveri Water Disputes Tribunal.
No mic, sir. Mic. Yes.
My leader, Dr. Purachi Thalavi Amma, approached the Supreme Court and Kaveri Water Disputes Tribunal, and the final decision of the tribunal has been published in the official gazette on 19/2/2013. On 2/9/2013, my leader, Honorable Amma, had urged the government of India to advise the government of Karnataka not to take up any schemes, including hydroelectric projects in the Kaveri River basin of Karnataka without prior consent of the government of Tamil Nadu. On 12/11/2014, a news item appeared in Times of India that the state of Karnataka has invited global expression of interest for the technical feasibility study for the construction of dams at Meghadagada in the Kaveri River basin. On the very same day, on 12/11/2014, under valuable guidance of my leader, Honorable Amma, the government of Tamil Nadu brought notice to the Honorable Prime Minister of India about the unilateral action of state government of Karnataka, which will affect the interest of Tamil Nadu farmers and violation of the final award, notified in the official gazette. I urge the Honorable Prime Minister of India and the state of Karnataka to withdraw the notice inviting global expression of interest for technical study to construct reservoir at Meghadadu across Kaveri River. Under the valuable guidance of Honorable Amma, the Tamil Nadu Assembly passed an unanimous resolution seeking the central government to intervene and advise the state of Karnataka not to proceed with the construction of new 2 dams at Meghadadu and scheme in the guise of drinking water supplied through the Kaveri Neeravari Nigam Limited and stop them till Kaveri Management Board is formed. I urge the Government of India, that is the Ministry of Environmental and Forest, requesting not to grant any clearance to any of the project proposed to Karnataka in the Kaveri Basin till the Kaveri Management is formed. With the guidance of Honorable Amma, on 27/3/2015, all party delegation of MPs, that is both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, from Tamil Nadu met our Honorable Prime Minister of India and presented an unanimous resolution which was passed in the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly. I appeal to the Honorable Prime Minister of India that the state of Karnataka to maintain status quo and not to proceed with construction of any project against the decision of the Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal, which is already notified in the official gazette till Kaveri Management Board is formed.
Time over. Sri Vivek Gupta. Sri Vivek Gupta. Time over. Vivek Gupta. And you please sit down. Time over, time over. Time over, you sit down. Sit down, sit down. It is over. You sit down. You made your point, you sit down. You made your point, you sit down. Sit down. Yes. You sit down first. You made your point, sit down. Sit down. Please sit down. All of you resume seat. I request you, please take your seat. It is over. Time over. Sit down, Mudugarapan. You sit down, sit down. Sit down, sit down. Sit down, sit down. No. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down, sit down. Please sit down. Sit down, sit down. Now listen. Now see. Now please sit down. Please sit down. See. Sit down. See. The 0-hour submission was permitted and you made it. Your point is well taken. Then what is the point for you? Now it is over. 3 minutes only. In 3 minutes. No. It is over. No. I cannot. No. See, on the one hand, I tell you, Sri Mudugarapan, time is over. Now listen to me. Sit down. You sit down. See, what you wanted to say, you said, and it is conveyed, everybody knows it. Time is over, no need of repeating. No, I can. The problem is that you are reading. See, what happened is, you were reading. You should not have read. No, it cannot be. You sit down. You sit down. If you want to say anything, Hari Prasad, you give notice. No, you give notice if you want to say anything, not now. Seelam, sit down. You can give notice. Sit down. Sit down. No, that is not possible. No, after 3 minutes it is not. No, you see, listen, let me see. There is nothing to complete. I heard, I understood what is the problem. Everybody understood. Then why do you say it is what you have written you want to read? It is not permitted. No, you are written something and you want to read it. That is not permitted. Sit down. See, first of all, Mudagarapan, Utkaro. See. Now listen, Mudagarapan, you are an advocate. See, you are an advocate. How do you ask me to violate the rule? It is strictly the rule of this house that after 3 minutes, the mic is off, you cannot speak. But another point I want to say, what you want to convey is conveyed. Everybody understood. There is nothing more to convey. Now, third point is, what happened to you is, you were reading, you should have stated only, then you could have got time. I cannot. If I allow it, I cannot. Not even 1 second. That is violation. You sit down, Hari Prasad, you give notice. Seelam, without giving notice, you cannot. Sit down. You give another notice. I cannot do. No, reading is, I tell you, reading is not allowed. You are, first of all, reading and you want to read further. That is your problem. No. Reading is not possible, not permitted. I am bringing to the notice of all honorable members, during reading is not at all permitted in Rajya Sabha. There is a rule. You please read the rule book. And especially in 0 hour, it cannot be allowed. I am telling you. So, Sri Vivek Gupta.
Sir.
Sri Vivek Gupta.
Sir, I thank you for this.
Vivek, you start.
Sir, I thank you for giving me this opportunity to raise a very important subject of urgent public
Mudagarapan, take your seat. Mudagarapan, take your seat. Mudagarapan, it is not going on record. It is not going on record. It is not going on record. You sit down. Futile. Yes, Vivek.
Sir,
Vivek.
Sir, 20 seconds have been reduced from my time. Sir, I would request you to restore my time.
What is the use in saying when it is not going on record?
Sir, I thank you for giving me to raise an urgent matter of net neutrality. Sir, my time has been reduced. Please restore my time, sir. Sir, Article 19(1)(a) of the Constitution guarantees us the right of freedom of expression. However, the telecom operators, in cahoots with the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, are trying to bring in a backdoor method of violating all norms of net neutrality and make certain applications only on their data networks, which will mean more data consumed and more money inflow for them. However, sir, this will violate any kind of freedom that any telecom user, that is more than 90 million users in telecom have in India. Sir, this will also violate the right to information as interpreted by India's Supreme Court. So by restricting access to information and fair and free usage of internet, these operators, just because they want to make some money, are trying to manipulate and corrupt the system of licensed telecom operations in India. Sir, the TRAI is also floated a consultation mechanism, whereas you could not go and post your views. The site is always down, and when somehow people were able to put in, this simply exposed all the 1 million people who put it so that they can be targeted and their emails could be hacked. Sir, if the government is serious in allowing this to happen, which I feel it's a very, very bad idea, then the spectrum condition, the spectrum auction, why did it not mention that the telecom operators would be allowed to do this kind of monopolistic practices? Sir, the Honorable Prime Minister says Skill India will come to Digital India. Sir, if this is the way, then only Limited Digital India, sir, he should rename it to Limited Digital India, because a non-neutral Digital India will not serve the purpose. Sir, the national telecom policy also envisages affordable and reliable broadband by 2015. Sir, all this will all be defeated if TRAI and these telecom operators are allowed to do this. Sir, when the TRAI is trying to endorse a foreign concept, we would request the TRAI and especially the Ministry of Telecom to instruct TRAI to first see the Indian sensitivities and then follow these kind of concepts blankly. Sir, in the end, my request is through you, to safeguard the freedom and choice of equality on the internet and to promote innovation and competition on the web. This step should be abhorred, this should be discouraged, and the net neutrality of the telecom operator should be restored. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, all right. Those who associate, all those names will be added. Sri KTS Tulsi.
Honorable Deputy Chairman, sir, I thank you, and through you I want to raise a completely non-partisan issue with regard to the prestige and image of this House. There are blatant attacks on the basis of false, fabricated, not only grossly irresponsible, but fabricated information on the basis of which false, malicious allegations have been made, which per se constitute the breach of privilege. More than 60 members of this House from all across, all sides of the House have joined in giving this notice of breach of privilege under Rule 187 of the rules. And the apprehension is that unless urgent steps are taken to deal with this privilege, there will be further attacks, and there will be a motivated, sustained attack.
Tulsi ji, I think your subject is different here. I think the subject of the notice is
no, my subject is
minimum alternative tax.
Pardon me, sir.
I think the subject of your notice is minimum alternative tax or tax terrorism.
Minimum alternative tax.
That is the subject. But as I see on the paper, that is a subject. I don't. If you are given a notice for this subject also, I don't know. On the paper before me, the subject is minimum alternative tax.
Sir.
Now I would suggest. I would suggest.
Yeah.
They accept too many of them.
On minimum alternative tax, I may be allowed to speak tomorrow, but today the issue that I am raising is breach of privilege, with regard to which notice.
No.
Very well. Next week.
I will put it the other way.
This is another case where Mr. Jaitley is not opposing.
Now please, Mr. Tulsi ji, you are a very learned advocate, I know, learned person. Now today what is permitted by Honorable Chairman is minimum alternate tax. That is subject. So today you said, if you want to raise this issue, you said some privilege notice, some issue of the privilege of this House, then with the permission of the Chairman, you can raise it tomorrow morning.
Very well, sir.
Yeah. This now what is permitted you allow. The other subject, you can, if Chairman allow, you can always raise tomorrow. There is no problem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that can be done. You rewind it.
On minimum.
Start karo.
On minimum alternative tax,
Start karo.
I want to submit that in 2013, when Vodafone issue was raised, at that time, the then finance minister thought that he'll collect about 10,000 crore. But instead of collecting anything, the country lost in terms of withdrawal of funds by FIIs to the tune of about 1,68,800 crore.
Wait. What is the problem? Proceed. You proceed. I have the time here.
No, it will go on record.
I have the time here. Please proceed.
I want to submit that by giving a notice of minimum alternative tax, the finance minister hopes to. hopes to get the demand of about 40,000 crores. But in the process, it may lose more than 2,80,000 crore which has been received, because this amounts to, in the concept, in the industry, is taking it as tax terrorism. The raising of demand of 40,000 crore by reopening assessments is on a laughable legal premise that complying with the directive of SEBI to open a bank account converts them into domestic companies. The ruling by authority for the advance tax is itself contrary to the previous rulings and ought to have been contested by the department, as the department is not on the basis of advance the ruling. If such demands are sought to be justified, India's financial future is wrought with danger. The Prime Minister may dream big, but alas, his dreams may be doomed to be shattered. It's only capable of making investment environment most unattractive to foreign investors. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Now, Sri Narendra Kumar Kashyap.
हवलदार संजीव कुमार की शहीदी का विषय आज सदन में इसलिए प्रस्तुत किया था क्योंकि हमारे देश और देश का लोकतंत्र खुशहाल अगर मजबूत बनाना है तो किसान और जवान की सुरक्षा और खुशहाली पर ध्यान देना बहुत जरूरी है। महोदय, पिछले 35 सालों से हमारे देश में जम्मू कश्मीर सहित बहुत सारे प्रांतों में आतंकवाद, नक्सलवाद, माओवाद की घटनाएं निरंतर हो रही हैं। हजारों जवानों की शहीदी हुई है, लेकिन अभी तक सरकारों का कोई ऐसा ठोस कदम इन घटनाओं को रोकने के लिए नहीं उठा, जिसकी वजह से देश के जवानों के साथ होने वाली घटनाओं पर विराम लग सके। और जिस घटना के बारे में मैं आपके बीच में बात कहना चाहता हूं, यह घटना 2 अप्रैल को अरुणाचल प्रदेश में घटी। सैन्य वाहन पर पेट्रोलिंग के दौरान हमला हुआ। 3 जवान मौके पर हताहत हुए, शहीद हुए, और तीनों जवानों के परिवारजन, प्रांत और देश के लोगों ने इस घटना पर गहरा दुख व्यक्त किया। महोदय, इन 3 जवानों में से एक जवान हमारे उत्तर प्रदेश गाजियाबाद के ग्राम ढिंडार का रहने वाला था। जब मैं उनके परिवार के लोगों से मिला, उसके 2 मासूम बच्चे, जवान पत्नी और बूढ़े मां बाप, उनका हाल हश्र देखकर मन में यह ख्याल पैदा हुआ कि हम ऐसी घटनाओं को रोकने के लिए, जिन घटनाओं में हमारे देश का जवान शहीद होता है और उसके पीछे उसका परिवार किस हाल में रहता है, उसकी कल्पना करके भी कई बार तकलीफ होती है। मैं आपके माध्यम से सरकार से यह अनुरोध करना चाहता हूं कि अकेले संजीव कुमार की शहीदी का विषय नहीं है, यह विषय भारतवर्ष के लाखों जवानों के शहीद होने का है। सरकार गंभीरता से विचार करे। देश की सीमाओं पर जवान शहीद हो रहे हैं, देश की सीमाओं के अंदर भी शहीदी का क्रम जारी है। मेरी सरकार से मांग है कि इस लंबे चलते हुए अभियान को रोकने के लिए सरकार को सख्त कदम उठाना चाहिए और शहीद संजीव कुमार का परिवार, उसके मासूम बच्चे, उसकी जवान पत्नी, बूढ़े मां बाप जो आज बेचारे मुश्किल के दौर में हैं, सरकार को कुछ आगे बढ़ के इस परिवार की आर्थिक सहायता के लिए पेट्रोल पंप, गैस की एजेंसी जैसी जो भी सुविधाएं हो सके उसको देने पर विचार करना चाहिए। धन्यवाद आपका।
Okay, thank you. Now, K.C. Tyagi, all the names who are associated may be added. K.C. Tyagi and all others may please be added. Sri Madhusudan Mistry. Madhusudan Mistry, shuru karo.
Yes, sir. This matter
Tyagi
is
ji, baithe,
related...
you associate, that's okay. Yeah, all are associated. Okay.
Sir, this matter is related to the election of the Basketball Federation of India. Sir, in March, the general body of the
Ball Federation of India has a, the legitimate election process, and they elected the president, from in general body, and the election result was announced. The entire process was carried out according to the constitutions of the Basketball Federation of India in the presence of the Sports Ministry's observers and Sports Ministry's officials. So the results were announced, in which the president was elected, was a Congress party member, active member, he was an MLC. After this, what happened was that the CEO from the ministry has called another meeting of the Basketball Federation of India in a city called Pune, and then started the election process again, in which a member of a parliament from Bharatiya Janata Party, she was elected as the president, and the CEO herself has become the Secretary General of the Basketball Federation of India, sir. Sir, this suggests to us that this cannot happen without the involvement of the sports, the ministry's official, as well as the connivance of the sports minister itself. We are quite disturbed in this sense because ever since the party has come in power, there is a kind of a nefarious design in which where the people from a Congress party is elected to these bodies to just remove them by hook and crook or by any other, the pretext, and try to install the people from a ruling party as a head of, such federation, such institution, and even in the cooperative. Sir, this has to be stopped because the very, the nature by the ruling party itself looks to me as if that catch everything, which is out of which is not, in their domain, or which is not in fact, or which is with the Congress party, the members. Sir, I call this government and I call the sports ministry to get intermediate, reverse it, institute an inquiry, and see to it that the president, elected president, legitimately elected president by the general body of the Basketball Federation of India, has to be again restored and should be allowed to function without any disturbances from the ministry itself. Not only that, the CEO who has called the meeting, illegal meeting, just to elect another, the president, the action should be initiated and action should be taken to them, because it is no business for a sports ministry official just to get involved into a political affairs or political kind of. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, please.
एक महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दा मैं उठाना चाहता हूं। उत्तर प्रदेश और उत्तरांचल के पूर्व राज्यपाल का एक बयान आया कि केंद्र सरकार हम पर दबाव डाल रही थी कि संविधान के आर्टिकल 356 के तहत दोनों राज्य सरकारों की, एक जगह कांग्रेस की, एक जगह समाजवादी पार्टी की है, दोनों राज्य सरकारों को भंग करने का आप प्रस्ताव भेजिए। उन्होंने कहा कि मैं नाम भी बता सकता हूं मुझ पर किसने दबाव डाला। श्रीमन 356 सदैव विवादित रही है, सरकारिया कमीशन बना। इसके पहले कई रामलाल जी आंध्र प्रदेश में थे, एनटी रामाराव की उन्होंने सरकार बर्खास्त की थी। रमेश भंडारी जी उत्तर प्रदेश में थे, उन्होंने भी कभी प्रस्ताव भेजा था। एक नहीं, चन्ना रेड्डी जी, धारा 356 सदैव विवादित रही है और सुप्रीम कोर्ट के भी, माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के भी तमाम आदेश आए। गंभीर इस बात की है कि एक पूर्व राज्यपाल अगर ये आरोप लगा रहा है कि उसको राज्यपाल पद से इस मारे हटाया गया कि 2 सरकारों को बर्खास्त करने की रिपोर्ट केंद्र को दें, एक गंभीर मामला है। श्रीमान, एक गंभीर मामला है। अगर ये सही बात है तो फिर सरकार जवाब दे, क्या ये प्रॉक्सी के माध्यम से पूरे देश में राज करना चाहिए? ये क्या प्रॉक्सी के माध्यम से? ये एक बहुत गंभीर मामला है। श्रीमान, उनका बयान इतना गंभीर बयान है,
गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से खंडन नहीं आया
और गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से कोई खंडन नहीं आया। मैं या तो संसदीय कार्य मंत्री जी बैठे, वो इसका खंडन करें, नहीं तो श्रीमान ये विवाद का मुद्दा है और किसी भी केंद्र सरकार को ये इजाजत नहीं दी जाएगी कि चुनी हुई राज्य सरकारों को भंग करने की उनको मौका मिले। इसलिए मैं इस गंभीर मुद्दे को उठा रहा हूं और मैं चाहता हूं कि उधर की सरकार कम से कम इसको क्लैरिफाई कर दे, कुछ बयान दे दे, नहीं तो इस पे समाजवादी पार्टी बिल्कुल सहमत नहीं है और आंदोलन का रूप ले सकती है।
श्रीमती कनकलता सिंह।
आदरणीय उप सभापति महोदय,
माननीय नरेश अग्रवाल जी ने,
then श्रीमती कनकलता, you repeat the notice for tomorrow.
माननीय उप नरेश अग्रवाल जी ने
repeat notice कल के लिए
पूर्व राज्यपाल महोदय के विषय में यहाँ पर जिक्र किया और उनके बयान का जिक्र किया। उसकी हम हिस्ट्री और उसकी ज्योग्राफी में हम नहीं जाना चाहते, लेकिन जो बयान उन्होंने दिया है वो सरासर बिल्कुल तथ्यों से परे है, राजनीति से प्रेरित है और कहीं ना कहीं किसी न किसी व्यक्तिगत स्वार्थों के कारण से जुड़ा हुआ है।
इट इज क्वेश्चन आवर टाइम ओवर। रिपीट करो कल के लिए। थैंक यू।